Assalamu alaikum and welcome all. I hope that you will be enjoying a happy and healthy life. Viewers, in today's video, I will assure you that you can also enjoy the growth of your plants even in this hot climate of Gulf by showing you some changes in my garden, such as updates of summer seedlings, then replacing the winter vegetables with summer vegetables, and some new sproutings on my fruit trees. All these are the signs of arrival of summer. As you can see that this Rangoon creeper is welcoming summer with its heavy bunches of flowers. Let's start with the beautiful blooms on my rose plants. Viewers, roses need good care during summer. Especially try to protect them from direct sunlight and overwatering. And with a little bit of care, some roses produce flowers even in summers. But yes, the flower size might be small or with few petals. As a comparison, you can see the size of these flowers of the same plant in January and April. And this is my jasmine plant, which is also ready to bloom, and this is the best season for jasmine to grow. And now it's spreading all over this wall. As I told you last time, I wanted this wall to be covered with the jasmine plant, and I'm growing it as a vine. And here we have moringa, which has turned into a tree now, and now it's producing fruit, which is called moringa drumsticks. I hope you can see. Let me zoom it from the other angle so that you can see it clearly. Wait. Here we go. Hope you can see it clearly now. And I was telling you that moringa drumsticks are known for their nutritional value, and they are used as a vegetable. Now you can see the height of the tree, and to check the height you can compare it with the height of this wall, which is 7 to 8 feet, and the tree is grown up to approximately 18 to 20 feet tall. So it is very difficult to pick these moringa drumsticks, but I need a really big ladder to remove these moringa drumsticks from there. And here in the corner we have neem tree, which is also resprouting after the last pruning, which was done in 2 months ago. Then here is the most important task for summers, which is providing shade for the plants, and I have already done it using green shade net and some climbers, and I've already uploaded a detailed video about it. If you wish to watch that, the link will be given in the description box. Viewers, as you can see that these petunias are over. No matter how much care you will provide them, they cannot survive through this heat. They are actually winter flowering plants. So I have removed them, and I did not add them to the compost bin because they were infected by leaf miners. And then I will leave these bottles here for a week or two to let the soil get dried and sterilized, and will be ready for reuse. Same I have done with my tomato plants, just leaving 2 to 3 plants which have the fruits on but not ripe yet, and others I will remove today. Look at this fresh and fully ripe tomato. Even the fruit has cracks now. And you know, overwatering is one of the reasons of these cracks. But there is nothing wrong with the fruit. It's edible. We just need to remove the cracked surface and use rest of the tomatoes. It actually seems healthy and tasty fruit with good size, weight and color. Here is one more tomato plant which I am leaving because its fruit is good size but not ripe yet. Almost all the tomato plants in these 20 inches pots are done. Even if few of them have fresh leaves, I will remove them still because I need these pots for summer plants now. I have to remove even this bunch of spring onion. It's almost done, I think. Yes. And see, it was producing flowers also, which will turn into seeds. And before planting some new seedlings, it is better to allow the soil to dry out for a few days and to get rid of the fungus if any is present there. So leave your pots as it is for a few days, at least for a week. Then finally, during last 2 weeks, I have transplanted summer seedlings gradually, whichever were ready. Here are the seedlings of Malabar spinach in 20 inches pot. And this is the garden bed from where we have harvested radishes last month. And here I have planted few seedlings of honeydew melon as an experiment. Here are 20 inches pots with the tinda or apple gourd, loki, or you can say bottle gourd. Then next is with the karela or bitter gourd. These are the pots from where we have removed tomato plants and then dried up the soil for few days. Okay, we don't want flowers because at this stage plant must invest its energy in growth, not in fruiting or flowering. So remove them please. Then at this stage itself, I have started using homemade organic pesticide as a precaution. Because in winters my plants suffered a lot by leaf miners and white flies, and once their attack starts, it is difficult to get rid of them. Although I could control them using neem oil solution, but couldn't completely get rid of them. So this time I thought of using this pesticide as a precaution instead of a remedy. Even one of my viewer was also asking me about that what is my routine of using pesticide spray. So my dear, last time I was not very much firm with the pesticide spray, but this time inshallah I will make a routine of spraying it like at least after every 15 days. And here are our potato plants which we have planted together a month ago, and you must have watched this video also, otherwise the link will be in the description if you want to see that. And now you can see their growth. I have created some fence type of support for these plants. Trust me, they are so delicate, soft and floppy that sometimes they fall off by wind, and it scares me a lot. So I have just arranged some support for them so that they can stay in place. Here is the zucchini plant. It's also very delicate, so I have provided support to this also. So far it is doing well, but I have kept it under the shade of this broccoli, which has amazed me a lot by their survival in this heat. So far they did not produce any fruit, and now even I am not expecting it in this weather, but their foliage itself is adding beauty to my garden and making me happy. So I have arranged them with this wall for some extra shade and let them get going during summer. Now I will show you my fruit plants which are showing good growth with broader, bigger and fresh leaves and many new sprouts even. If you remember, we have pruned and fertilized this guava plant in February, and now you can see the result. I have removed the old leaves from the point of sprouts to provide the space for the new sprouts, and even from the lower parts of the stems. And I have just left the main stem with two of its branches and removed all the side branches to encourage only upward straight growth. Otherwise the plant will look messy and will lose its shape. Even this pomegranate plant is looking healthy and showing new growth after pruning and fertilizing. But today again I have removed few of its old leaves, old branches and side branches to provide a proper shape to the plant and to provide some space for new growth also. Especially the branches which come from the root, they need some extra space to grow upwards. So I have removed all the branches which were coming in the way of their growth. So you can see these are the branches which I have removed today, and these will be added to the compost bin because they are really fresh and healthy. There was no insect and disease on them. Even this newly repotted and pruned lemon tree is flowering now. although these blooms look very cute, and the plant is also mini tree type of plant, but I feel that it's too early for this type of plant to produce flowers and fruit, isn't it? Do you agree with me or not? Please tell me your opinion in the comment box. Now see the growth of these trees also, which are planted in this garden bed. Right side is lemon and left side is mango tree, and they were pruned last season, and for their growth comparison you can visit my channel and watch my previous videos about them. And for your convenience, I will add all the relevant links in the description box also. Even check the growth of this passion fruit vine, which is growing very fast, nicely, and providing good shade to the plants underneath. And now it's climbing upon this parking shed, and inshallah it would be much better than this. And down there we have a lavender climber. It actually grows straight up vertically, but I want it to spread between this wall and the pole. That's why I'm training it on those jute strings, because I just want to create a wall out of it. I will just train it horizontally, but naturally it will grow vertically, so it will be a crisscross of the branches and it will cover the whole space. It will make it green. I will inshallah update you on this soon. And here is my potted moringa in a 20 inches pot, and you can see these aloe veras are also doing very nice here, fleshy and fresh. Actually, I had to hard prune this moringa due to pest attack 1 month ago, and now it's coming back nicely. You can see its new sprouts. Viewers, I hope that I could show you that no matter what is the weather, no matter you have planted your plants in pots or in ground, it just needs little bit of care and you can keep your plants fresh, healthy and get going throughout the year. And here I will end my today's video. Hope my videos are helping and motivating you for gardening. Inshallah, soon I will come back to you with another topic, with another video. Till then, take care, stay blessed, and Allah Hafiz.